Good day and welcome to today's episode of On the Spot, hosted by myself, Dewald Swart, as a lot of people know me in the community as Dewald Black. So the On the Spot podcast is very new. I've had the idea for a strong amount of time, and it's just taken a lot out of me to actually go out of the way, create what I needed to create the podcast, what I needed, everything, and that's what I actually eventually ended up doing. There's either two ways you are listening to this right now. So if you're watching me on YouTube, if you are, make sure you leave a like on the podcast or on the video, and make sure you subscribe if you are new. So this is basically just an explanation of what the podcast is going to be about. So if we look into, in the other way you can watch the podcast is of course on Buzzsprout. So on Buzzsprout you can go to onthespot.buzzsprout.com and you can download the podcasts on there. Just from there you can download them, just listen to them on your music playlist if you're on Android. If you are on Apple, which I hope you are, you're gonna have to be downloading this just from YouTube and on your file organizer or something like that. So just a quick description of the podcast, of the On the Spot podcast. It is obviously hosted by myself. We do not have a specific genre here at On the Spot, but we will have guests like social media personalities, esports athletes, content creators that are based in Southern Africa, and then of course anyone that the community would like to have on the podcast. So if you guys suggest anyone in the comments of the YouTube videos that we upload after the podcast, it would be very, very appreciated. One of the first guests we're actually going to have on next week. So I just want to talk a bit about where I've been, and like this is just today's episode. Just giving you like an insight where I was the last 2 months that I was not on social media, was not streaming, I was not doing YouTube at all. So for the people who do not know, my PC actually broke in the December time, about the 26th, 27th of December, and it was a bit hard coming up with a solution, getting back into everything, getting the right people to buy the PC from. And then of course our sponsors came through, Evolve IT. We only ordered the PC around, I think, late January, if I'm correct. And I was basically just taking time off from YouTube at this time, streaming here and there from my phone, from the laptop that I had access to now and then. And it was just one of those things that I parted for 2 months in my life, which did help me in a very social way. And a lot of people thought I was an antisocial person, but the thing is, I'm actually a very social person. Even before my break, it's just this break helped me to just hang out with my friends even more and get to know a lot more people on another level, which is what you want. You want people that you can people you can call at 2 a.m. that's going to come pick you up if you're having a bad time. Or that's another episode that I want to keep that thought for another episode. But the main thing that this month and a half, 2 month break did for me was just appreciate things in life more and not taking things for granted. And now actually that I have to get a personal loan, then I actually got a personal loan, with the help of my mother. Shout out to my mom. Got help from her and the bank, of course, to get the personal loan. We got the PC, got it back and running, and then the internet was a problem from there. So that is the next dilemma. And then we're actually moving in the next 2 weeks as well. So I can't even complete my setup completely, because we have to wait for the new house. So I'm excited to a certain point, but yeah, rearranging everything in the new house, we move quite often. I would say this house we were about I think a year and a half, and it was very, very fun. Yeah, you guys actually have seen the house or a house tour, but you guys won't even, because it was really not a great house. Point is, this 2 month and a half, 2 month break really just helped me in a very positive way. Of course, not social media wise. If we look at my numbers have fallen a lot. I've not been getting subscribers. My views have halved. It's very crazy, but the support from the community has always still been there, and I do still appreciate that. So for the time being that I was gone, the support was still mad. People still asking, people still staying in touch, commenting, where are you? People DMing me on Instagram, WhatsApping me. And it was just wonderful to see that type of connection with your community that you have. And yeah, then I actually started streaming again about, I think, 2 weeks ago. It was a bit of a bumpy ride at the start, with the internet. It was really struggling, only getting half an hour, 40-minute streams in, then your internet cuts out. This weekend I actually finally got 2 2-hour streams in, which did pretty decently. People starting remembering, which is a big factor in like streaming and me being able to pay my bills. And of course, like, Dewald, what bills do you have? Guys, I have to pay off my PC, I have my internet. My parents told me, yo, you can do all these things, just make sure you generate enough money to pay all of your things. Like, my parents aren't the people they want to teach me, and they did teach me the worth of money, and of course the fact that you need to know how to work with money. And I still till today struggle to work with money, but knowing the fact that when you start making your own money, generating your own income, you know where money comes from. So you're not likely to get a 200 rand from your parents and be like, oh, this Friday to Saturday money's gone, and Saturday you're like, Mom, can I have another 100 or something like that? So knowing where money comes from is a big factor. And then of course it's been nice being back, but it's been a struggle. I've been out every single weekend to my friends, just jolling, watching rugby, doing my thing, and I've been home in the weekends a small amount for the time being that I was gone. And I'm still, last weekend I had my PC. I was Sunday is the first time I walked into my house to play a bit of games. So it is different. I struggle to sit behind the computer or behind the computer playing games or doing whatever for multiple hours, because it's not in my routine anymore from the last month and a half, 2 months. So it has been, I need to adapt back into everything, because after all, YouTube, streaming, content creation is my job. And it's hard to say that, but it's not hard to say. It's a good thing to say that you have something you need to work for. You have something that gives you a purpose. So I do really appreciate that, and the platform that I have. It's just I need to get back into everything, and that's why I decided to make this podcast, of course, because I've actually made this podcast last year, about November. We actually did our first podcast with Good Gaming guys back with the old Good Gaming members. But that was the only one that we did, and I didn't really focus that time on it, and I decided I actually wanted to do this properly. And that's, we're gonna hope for the best. I already have about 3 people that I am speaking to get on the podcast in the next 2 weeks. The first person I want on is someone in the esports community with a game. I can't really say that much, but I'm indeed excited. I think he's coming on about next week, because if you guys don't know, I'm going to South Africa this week from the 28th to the 1st of March. So the 28th of February to the 1st of March. I'm super excited. Good Gaming ZA, the organization I play for and I manage, is flying us out to Johannesburg, and I'm extremely excited for the whole trip. Just the fact that the first time being flown out, just going for something YouTube and content creation related, and showing my parents, this is how big of a deal it is. And gonna be meeting up with some of the sponsors, gonna be meeting up hopefully with Don, with a lot of you guys, supporters, and so excited to meet up with the Tint Formula guys, with Travis, and it's gonna be a massive joy. I'm too excited. Gonna take a ride in the Tint, oh my goodness, the Tint Formula Mustang. It's gonna be one of the greatest experiences of my life. I've never been in a Mustang before. I've never even seen a Mustang. So that's gonna be a big thing for me, getting my tint formula this weekend. And then of course we're playing the Maverick LAN. That is Saturday. And then we have the boot camp the 2 days before the LAN with all of the GG guys at the GG house in Johannesburg. So I'm super stoked. Cannot be more excited. And I think that is about it to end up today's little podcast. So this is not what you're gonna expect in the future. Of course, we can have a guest on in future for future reference. We're gonna have guests on. This was just to get the first podcast or the first one on YouTube and on the Buzzsprout website. So once again, it's onthespot.buzzsprout.com. If you guys want to go check out, download it. Costs you nothing, completely free. And then on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, make sure to please leave a like and subscribe. It would be appreciated. And then I'll see you guys next time for On The Spot. Goodbye.